What's going on? David Morgan here. Welcome to the Music Shed. I'm going to be reacting to From Zero, the new album by Linkin Park. And I'm excited about it. And also it's occurring to me that I'm wearing a ginger shirt, but I really do need a Linkin Park shirt. So why doesn't someone send me one? It's size large, black t-shirt, Linkin Park. You can just look up my address on the musicshedct.com website. Okay, and just send me a t-shirt because you love me. Give me a gift, because what I'm giving you today is a very special gift. We're going to do the album, the new album. And so I don't think I've really ever done this before, but Howie wants to do it, so I do everything he asks me to do. Please like and subscribe if you will. Leave comments, hit the bell icon for notifications. And you know what? We're doing a whole album. Drop a bucket or two in the tip jar for us because your support means a lot. A lot. It really does. It keeps us going. We need it. So, all right. So far in the last couple months, we've been on a new Linkin Park kind of thread here because there's a lot of activity. New band, new era, version 2, Emily Armstrong, new players, new album, new music. And it's been so much fun to get into it. I've really been enjoying it. As you guys know, I'm not like a total connoisseur of Linkin Park, but I've always really liked them when I hear them, whether it's been in a movie or just on the radio or whatever. I'm always like, these guys are killer, and I love their sound. So I'm really looking forward to checking out this album with you guys. And it's going to be all audio, no music videos, and which gives me an opportunity to really use my ears and listen, because when the visuals are on, it's fun, it's great, I like it, but it's also kind of somewhat distracting to me because I'm focusing on visual things versus rather all the audio. So I think I'm going to be able to get more into the music, really the music, which is really what matters. So let's start off. The album is called From Zero, and from what I understand, Mike Shinoda's band, is it Shinoda? Okay, let me start that a little bit. So from what I understand, Mike Shinoda's first band, okay, wait, let me start over. So the album's called From Zero. And from what I understand, Mike Shinoda's first band with a guy that he started, a friend from high school, they started a band called Zero, which is a very cool name for a band. So he's like from zero, it's like that's where it's all started. And I think maybe that's just kind of like, given that this is a new iteration of the band without Chester on lead vocals, and just he's like saying like this is it all started from zero, and this is where we are now. Maybe that's kind of where it's at. So this first song we're going to check out is actually called From Zero, and it's the intro to the album. And let's check it out. Howie, roll it.
From zero?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like from nothing? Oh, wait, your first...
That's great. So that's the intro. Now, we're in an era now where singles are really important, like one song. Like, people don't necessarily listen to albums anymore, but now I'm getting the feeling that from that intro, they really structured this as an album, like the album as a whole, song to song, how they relate to each other, and you don't do intros like that if you don't care about the album as a whole entity, right? And that was really cool. That was like kind of like choral and kind of gothic and kind of funny too. So we're getting into the record. Now, the Emptiness Machine is a song I've heard before because we did a live version of it, but I don't think I have heard the studio version before. So let's check it out. The Emptiness Machine.
your blades are sharpened with precision.
Yeah.
Flashing your favorite point of view.
Uh-huh.
I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do.
Like, to me, that just sounds like classic Linkin Park. And when you hear the drums, I'm not sure if they use, like, if that's the real drummer playing or if it's a drum loop or whatever, but they really degraded the sound and made it sound very lo-fi, which is really cool. The way that you mix songs is, we're doing everything in the digital world today, recording into digital audio workstations and editing and mixing and all the different processing power that we have is so vast. We really, like, anything goes. Like, whatever your imagination can conjure up of what you want to do with a certain sound, a certain section, there could be like 10 different drum sounds in an entire song, and it's much easier than it used to be to do that in this digital world that we live in. A lot of freedom there.
Just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin. And I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be.
Sounds like a double.
Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Yeah, all right, let's stop there. Now, what I like about Mike is, and I've said this before, is that his vocals are so pure. He's not trying to be somebody or sound like someone that he's not. It sounds like a pure vocal from his soul to yours, really honest and really true. And now, like, the intro was a lot of tension, and now they're gonna bust out. And they went from major to minor too. I mean, minor to major.
The emptiness machine.
So the drums are really punchy and snappy, and they're bright. Like, they're mixed very bright. And these are like more of the real sound of the drums. I really love the two vocal thing. I mean, generally speaking, you got Mike and you used to have Chester, and now you have Emily, and how different they sound. Like a very different voice. Oh man, she's killer. It's been decided how we lose. Melody's so good. 'Cause there's a fire under the altar. Background vocals there. I keep on lying to. Yes. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me off. I mean, she's so powerful. She's so powerful, and she cuts it like a knife. She just slices through the instrumentation and really gives you the meaning of the song in her vocal. It's so powerful and potent, and I really, really dig her voice. I really dig her voice. And again, like, this totally feels and sounds like Linkin Park to me. What happened? Exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open. Yeah. And you hear now there's at least two of her there. She's doubling herself there in the chorus. There's two of her. You watch me play. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. That's a theme in a lot of songs. That we make these decisions, we make these choices. Now, it's really on us when that happens. But again, like, the lyrical content, like relationships, the the downfall of a relationship, why it happened, and that's really, when you get down to it, the melody and the lyrics, that is the song. So we have to, in order for us to really get into a band, we have to be able to relate to these things.
Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine.
And, you know, all the notes of the melody are in this scale. The natural minor, D minor, which is really F major, becomes D minor. And all the notes in there are from that scale. It's a da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 ba ba. It's a very simple melody, and it's very catchy, and it's very pretty. It's a very pretty melody, but juxtaposed with the rock that's going on, it takes on, and the way she's singing it takes on this quality of rock and roll.
Promise of the emptiness machine.
Guitars, piano.
I only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of.
Yeah.
Only wanted to be part of something. I only wanted to be part of. I only wanted to be part of something.
Yes.
I only wanted to be part. Let them cut me
How many times have we felt that in our life? Totally relatable.
to be part of something. I only wanted to be part. Let them cut me open just to watch me burn. Gave up.
You know, what I love about that moment is she's screaming. She's really, but she's not too loud in the mix. You know, when the vocal is mixed too loud, sometimes it takes away from the power of the musical part, the band. And it kind of leaves you wanting a little bit more, and like there's something really, really satisfying about that.
Open just to watch me burn.
Ah.
Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be.
So catchy.
Don't know why I'm open, so fucking naive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
This is so Linkin Park. So good. Oh man, I love that. The way it's mixed, the guitars, there's enough instrumentation, it's not too much. It's like literally, if you want to say, it's like a perfect representation of that song. That's what I think. And I have a feeling it's going to be a huge, if it isn't already, I don't know like where they are on the charts these days, but I'm imagining that most people who love Linkin Park love that song. You know, if you were to play that for me today, having me had heard like nothing over the last couple months, I would say that that's got to be Linkin Park. I think I'd know that, even at my like, you know, my knowledge of the band. So, killer, love that. Let's go to the next. The next one's called "Cut the Bridge." Cut the Bridge. Number 3. The drummer, this drummer, man, he hits hard, but not too hard. Woo! Totally different feel. Okay, I'm going to talk about something for a sec. The snare drum. Listen to how just freaking, it's so the crack of the snare drum. It's such a huge part of a rock sound is that snare drum. when you're making an album, the sound of the drums is so important, especially the kick drum, the bass drum that you kick with your foot, and that snare drum. And that snare drum is popping. It's the loudest thing in the mix. And it's really like rock and roll music really is the snare drum and distorted guitars. That's what rock and roll is. One of those foundational pieces, those are two of them. So that snare drum is killing. And I love how, like, again, we're talking about the album. This next song has a totally different feel than the first song. Sounds like The Clash.
You're too ignorant to fail. I can look you in the eye, and I can't even tell if you've been telling me a lie.
Notice how there's no bass here.
Reckless like you're making rockets just to blow up in the sky. Feeling like it's chemical, all under my skin like it's medical. Stuck on repetitions that are only hypothetical. Acting like the truth in your opinion are identical, and I can't seem to let it go.
Everything was perfect.
Yeah. So they have there's a little bit of I'm going to use this word. There's a little bit of a formula here to the way that their songs kind of go. Like a lot of the times, I'm guessing, Mike starts out and then Emily takes over. And I like how when you talk about the arrangement of a song, the bass drops out. What drops out? What's not there? Right? That has to do with the arrangement and how the song is going to build, how it's going to ebb, how it's going to flow. And I like how they took the bass out there.
Like the truth in your opinion are identical, and I can't seem to let it go.
Everything was perfect. Always made me nervous.
Melody
Knowing
again.
you would burn it just to watch it burn. Cut the bridge we're on.
And now they're together. I love that.
Cut it down, cut it down, down, cut it down until it's gone. Cut it down, down, cut it down. Sabotage
Tambourine.
just to watch it fall. Cut the bridge we're on.
Yeah. So obviously Linkin Park, like they produced, they're like, who did they have another producer and who's the mix engineer? Where'd they do this record? Sonically, it sounds so killer. I just want to know like the details of where they recorded it, who recorded it, who mixed it. Is there another producer involved? Answer those questions for me, please.
Cut the bridge we're on.
I don't have a way to choose.
Bring it down.
Can try and bet you never really lose. Didn't put the powder in the kegger when it blew. Sitting on the dynamite for you to light the fuse. Oh, looking like a criminal, sneaking in the dark.
What I like about them too is it seems like they kind of like they're not blaming all their problems on other people. Like they seem adult enough to take accountability for some of this stuff, for some of the dysfunction in their lives. That's very mature.
On the dynamite for you to light the fuse. Oh, looking like a criminal, sneaking in the dark. You're invisible, hidden. You're wrapped around my neck just like a tentacle. Acting like the truth and your opinion are identical, and I can't seem to let it go.
Everything was perfect. Always made me nervous.
That's an interesting line right there. Everything was perfect, always made me nervous. So that's an interesting. Does that happen to you guys? Like when things are going really well, you're like, oh God, when's the shoe going to drop? When's something bad going to happen? You know what I mean? Can we kind of relish in the moments that are easy and not so challenging or, quote unquote, perfect?
I can't seem to let it go.
Everything was perfect. Always made me nervous.
Melodies, you guys, so important.
Just to watch it burn. Cut the bridge we're on. Cut it down, down, cut it down.
So hooky.
Until it's gone. Cut it down, down, cut it down.
Yeah.
Sabotage
They've got a lot of hooks. Hook, something that what is a hook? A hook is a rhythm or a melody or something in the song that happens over and over and over again that you always remember, and you sing it again, you can come back to it, and a hook. They got a lot of hooks there. Background vocals that are hooks, rhythmic things that bop, 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 bop. That stuff. It's all, and the way the melody's constructed, a lot of hooks, a lot of memorable things going on with their songs. That snare drum is popping.
Something in my head feels
Bridge.
broken. I'm the gas from a burner left open. I'm a tightrope held up by a clothespin.
Nice.
Holding out, but the pressure keeps growing. Wanna go to the light and not the shadow, but the branch isn't shiny as the arrow. You don't ever find a way around a battle. You will always choose just to watch it burn.
Yeah. Build it up.
Just to watch it
I like how they went to the major there. They were on minor, D minor a lot in the song, but that when you or wherever they're gonna go next. That was a good change right there.
to watch it burn.
That was so good. Yeah. I mean, you haven't heard a drum fill like that on this album yet, and Colin just busted out with a slamming one. That's another thing that I like, is that the drum fills aren't all over the place. They're saving them for really, really meaningful moments, and that was a slamming drum fill. I love that. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about something else. Da 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 da. Ending on the and of 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and not hitting on the 1 leaves us open for what's coming next. All of these choices, arrangement choices, instrumentation choices, the way things are mixed kind of choices, all goes into the sound of an album. This is just slamming, you guys. It's a slamming rock and roll music. I don't care like what the, like with the genre and the style, everyone has these names for things. There's so many names for all the different, to me, this is like just pretty kick-ass rock and roll to me. So, okay, now, and I just said, in my mind, I'm like, well, it's kind of poppy too. There's a pop element to them too. It's rock with like pop. What do I mean by that? Very hooky, very catchy, very arranged. You know what I mean? It's a tight sound that they've got with parts. Not a lot of improv going on. So it's just, that's why I say like pop rock. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go Heavy as the Crown is the next track, number 4. Let's see how that leads into this. So it sounded to me like, when you used to listen to the AM radio as a kid, that's what that sounded like to me. And if you listen to this album, like I'm guessing like on vinyl, to the whole album, there's definitely a flow going on here, how everything leads into the next track. And it's like, like the album as a work of art, as a whole thing. Very cool.
One knock,
A lot
at
of
the door
delay.
and we both know how the story ends. You can't win if your white flag's out when the war begins. Aiming so high, but swinging so low. Trying to catch fire,
Bass line.
feeling so cold. Holding inside
Again.
and hoping won't.
The bass dropped out, but he came in for a little unit. So sweet.
Feeling so cold, holding inside and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not, but inside I know. Today's gonna be the day you notice.
They've got a lot of dynamics in their music. I'm going to guess, like, from what I've heard, their songs usually don't start a certain dynamic and just stay there. There's a big journey that they take you on in every song. And again, Mike's starting out with his thing, with the verse, and slamming.
Aiming so high, but swinging so low. Trying to catch fire, but feeling so cold. Holding inside and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not, but inside I know. Today's gonna be the day you notice. Cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is.
This is what you asked for. Me is the crowd. Fire in
Did I hear this song, Howie? Have I done the reaction to this one? It sounds like I've heard the live version of this. This sounds familiar to me.
the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
Yes. Emily's got it. She's got so many things that I can really see why she is the singer of this band. I really can. There's a beauty to her voice, and there's a harsh, really vibey element too in that like harder. She can go from pretty and melodic to super hard and raspy rock and roll, and you need to have all of those elements to sing in this band. It's also like a huge responsibility, I think. Like I'm imagining, like, and there's an interview with Mike and Emily that Howie sent me a link to that I haven't watched yet, and I wish that I had, because I think I'd have some more stuff to add here in this realm of like where their heads are at with this. But I'm imagining that she has to feel like a certain burden being the front woman of this band now, a certain responsibility.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
Yeah. You know when you hear that crown, that's called delay or echo. And it's an element that there's a wide variety of delays and echoes that you can use. The timing of it, the way that they sound on their own, how you process them. So delay is a really important part of what we do.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
Turn to run, now look what it's become. Outnumber 10 to 1. Back then should have bit your tongue, cause there's no turning back. This path once it's begun, you're already on that list. Say you don't want what you can't resist. Waving that sword when the pen won't miss. Watch it all falling apart like this.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
A lot of delays there. Still going on.
Today's gonna be the day you notice. Cause I'm tired.
Listen to how all the different ways that all the vocals are getting processed in each section. You've got different ways that you set the equalizer, how you roll off some frequencies, distort them, the delay and the reverb and the way that they sound in the mix, how loud they are. And there's this album I'm imagining took a really long time and with a lot of detail to mix. And I really want to know who mixed it, because hats off to you. Just phenomenal work. Unbelievable work. It's incredible sound.
Today's gonna be the day you know.
Really lo-fi.
Cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is.
Right. And so then like that comes in and just kicks your ass right there.
This is what you asked for. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise.
Little breakdown there.
Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
Again, hooky, very hooky.
Heavy is the crowd. Heavy is the crowd.
Okay, I want to talk about Brad, the guitar player. He is creating so much of the sonic landscape with very little attention to himself. That is an artist that, like, on a very high level, to craft your sounds for the song and for the meaning of the song to come through. That's huge here. All the different guitar sounds that he's coming up with, all the different parts he's creating for these songs, really give it the color that they need to come through. And so hats off to him too. This is just a phenomenal, phenomenal record. Now, as I'm listening, I'm wanting, if I'm listening to the whole album right now, the next song is called Over Each Other. And I think that I reacted to this one, the music video. So I have heard this exact song before. Now I'm wondering if we've had a lot of heavy, more medium up-tempo songs. I'm wondering if they're going to now bring it down on song number 5, or really it's really song number 4 because the intro wasn't really like a full song. I'm wondering if they're going to bring it down and slow it down. I don't remember this song. So let's check this out. This is called Over Each Other. And yeah, let's go.
This is the letter
Yeah, a little slower.
I didn't write. Looking for color in the black and white.
Okay, listen to her voice.
Skyscraper.
If you listen to her voice, it's so beautiful. There's like a beauty here that's just... She has a gorgeous voice. If you listen to the way it's mixed, you can hear some of her regular sounding voice, like what it sounds like on the microphone, and then mixed in is a distorted, like a secondary, it's called parallel. So where you have two versions, or there might be more than two versions, but let's just go with this. It's if you have a regular version of her vocal as gone through the mic and it's got some EQ and compression on it, and it's her regular sound. And then you make a copy of that and you distort it and you add some whatever saturation and different effects and whatever, and you blend that in. You can hear both of them here. It sounds like one vocal and you wouldn't necessarily know that it's two, but they're blending them together to get this like really vibey, cool sound.
Looking for color in the black and white. Skyscrapers recreated on shaky ground.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And I'm trying to find my patience, but you won't let me breathe. And I'm not ever right. All we are is talking over each other.
This is the one where they were like getting in the car accident, right, Howie? Yeah.
Nothing underneath. It's all a waste of time. All we are is talking over each other. Over each other. Reaching for satellites.
Yes.
But all alone.
So good. And this is a really different drum sound than the other songs we've heard so far. This sounds a little more lo-fi, a little more distortion in the drums, a little more just like kind of like not like a regular drum set would be mixed, which I think is very cool. Very good choice.
Reaching for satellites, but all alone.
Oh, it's heavy though.
Under your breath, you say
Great drum sounds.
that I was wrong. Oh, the skyscrapers we created
Yeah. And you hear Mike singing background vocals there, which is great, the harmony.
are coming down, free falling to the pavement. 'Cause you won't let me
You know,
breathe.
I'm going to say this too, as I'm listening to this album, they really care. They care more about the song than anything. The song to them, the song speaking to the audience as I'm listening to this, seems to me the most important thing to them. How is the song as the song, the vocals, the melody, the lyrics, how is that being presented? That's the most important thing. That's not necessarily true with every band. You know what I mean? So it's striking me now that I really, with all of these recordings, all these different tracks, I'm really getting the song. That's very important.
Skyscrapers we created are coming down, free falling to the pavement. 'Cause you won't let me breathe, and I'm not ever right. All we are is talking over each other.
God, my wife and I do that so much. We talk over each other a lot.
It's all a waste
Not
of
good.
time. All we are is talking over each other. Are we over each other?
Change the groove there. Like halftime.
Are we over each other?
We talk about panning. So when you're listening to something in your earbuds or headphones or whatever, you can really hear where things are located in the stereo field. Center, a little spread out, or all the way over to the left and right. Those things, where you place instruments, vocals, delays and reverb, where that goes, those are a lot of choices to make when you're mixing music. Where are things going to live in the stereo field, the stereo image? And I think they're not, what I like about this album is they're not like overdoing it with like craziness. It's like really where stuff is panned, placed, seems really right to me.
Are we over each other? I can't go to sleep.
Oh, love it.
Lie awake at night.
So, okay, check it out. Her vocals now are very dry. There's no reverb or effects. Like there's really like close in your face, and you picture someone like on a couch or in a bed or whatever at home instead of like, in a recording studio, which is what they wanted. Listen to how it changes here.
Are we over each other? I can't go to sleep. I lie awake at night.
So
I'm
interesting.
so tired of talking over each other. So say what's underneath. I wanna see your side. We don't have to be talking over each other. Over each other. Over each other. Over each other.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I love it. I want to talk real quickly. I have not mentioned at all I haven't mentioned Dave, who's got to be Dave Phoenix Farrell, the bass player, right? So, fat, rich bass. Again, really locked in with the drummer, providing the foundation of the harmony for the band. Smoking. Not attracting attention to himself, but playing really musical bass lines. Love it. Okay, next track is called Casualty, track number 6 on the album. And is this where we flip it over, or is this where is this? Where do you flip the record over if it's vinyl? Is it this song or the next one? I don't know. Let's go. Casualty.
You got it. Yeah, that's the one. Are you recording these? Okay, get your screamy pants on.
Do you guys love when they put that stuff in? That like behind the scenes stuff on a record? I love it. It gives you like a window into, you see them in the studio and how they relate to each other. I'm imagining that they're really fun to hang out with.
You got it. Yeah, that's the one. Are you recording these? Okay, get your screamy pants on.
Let's stop. I really have so much respect for vocalists who can do so much with their voices, like Emily. So you have to have like a lot of training to be able to sing like that and not kill or harm your vocal cords. And she's doing this night after night on the road. You know, a lot of vocalists, and it's fine, have one sound. Really, like it's their sound, right? I mean, you can name them, almost all of them. She's got a lot of bags of tricks up her sleeve. Various forms of the more like raspy, distorted sound. Like she has a lot of different degrees of that. And also her kind of more regular, normal, pretty, or more melodic sound or regular sound. She has a lot of variations of those too, but it all sounds like her. It's really cool.
That's on.
Let me out, set me free. I know all the secrets you keep. I won't be your casualty.
Yes. More hardcore. All right, let's talk about that. This jump right here is called the tritone. It's an ominous sound. It's kind of like kind of half-steppy, but it's different. Kind of more angular. Very ominous sounding. Tritone. 3 whole steps.
I got too complacent, bleached in the eyes.
Whoa.
Put through the paces, but I got left behind. But I'm not running,
Something's coming.
it's only a matter of time.
I really like when they interact, and it's occurring to me also now that I'd love to see like a documentary behind the scenes of how they made this record. I wonder if some of that footage is going to come out.
Paces, but I got left behind.
Again, listen to those guitar sounds.
I'm not running,
Something's coming.
it's only a matter of time.
Let me out. Set me free. I know all the secrets you keep. I won't be your casualty.
drummer, man. He's so badass. Yes.
Something's coming.
It's only a matter of time.
Let me out. I know all the secrets you keep. I won't be your casualty.
Yeah. Very Linkin Park.
It's only a matter of time.
Uh-huh.
It's only
Another flavor of her voice is here.
It's only a matter
Got a lot of flavors.
It's only a matter of time.
Killing me is something natural. You see the green light in your eyes, hanging on the bare face line. It's only a matter of time.
Set me free. I know all the secrets you keep. I won't be your casualty. I won't be
The album has so much.
I know all the secrets you keep.
Uh-huh.
I won't be your casualty.
It's ridiculous. Like a ridiculous rock track. Hardcore. Man, my adrenaline's going mental, but now I'm trying to calm down. Ooh. A lot of relationship stuff. This is like a relationship album, right? I love it. It's a rich album filled with different kinds of grooves, but with really a Linkin Park sound and vibe. I love the guitars on that track. The drumming on that track was insane. And the energy was just like, that was an 11. That went up to 11. All right. So you hear in all of these songs, from a song standpoint, a melodic standpoint, instrumentation standpoint, and vocal standpoint, and the production standpoint, there's a thread. It's very much, it's very much their sound. And there's so much to the way this album is mixed. It's a very complicated process. This is not like you throw the faders up and like change a couple things. It's very involved. And I'm imagining this took a lot of time, a lot of effort and expertise. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. And what we're hearing is this incredible gourmet meal. And the next song we're going to hear, then we're going to go into number 7, track 7, which is called Overflow, which I have not heard before. You have that drum loop cruising around in your ears, filtered, very vibey, bringing the tempo down. And you have in the background also going on. Very cool. It's like there's a hauntingness to this track already. And I love how they have that drum loop kind of going from ear to ear. It's very lo-fi, like a filter on it, distortion, all that stuff, which is part of their sound. Something's building up, some tension here.
We're all just up for a riot, catching fire, fighting fire. I can feel the pressure coming, push the button. It's all the same to me.
I wonder if the drummer played actual drums on this, or they made like a drum loop somehow. I wonder how that happened. And very vibey.
And the world to push the button. It's all the same to me.
Love the background vocals.
It's all the same to me.
Da, 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 da.
Turning from a white sky to a black hole. Turning from the sunlight
So pretty.
to a shadow.
Like again, you got the really beautiful texture of her voice coming out here.
To a black hole.
Drums cut out.
Turning from the sunlight to a shadow.
With the synthesizers. That's another thing to talk about here. They got a lot of synths in these tracks. That that's such a hallmark of their sound.
Black hole, turning from the sunlight to a shadow. I know I can't make it stop.
What a range.
I know I'm out of control. I keep on filling it up to overflow.
One thing you can really count on with their music is beautiful melodies. No matter how hard the track is hitting, how much energy there is, their melodies are really, really pretty. There's a beauty there that's just so, it's like there's a heartwarming element to all of their music that I've heard recently. It like, no matter how hard rocking it is, that melodies get into your heart. You know, that's something that is really, as songwriters, not all songwriters have that ability to do that. And maybe that's a part of why they're so beloved and so successful. It's definitely one of the reasons, because their melodies are so pretty.
I can't make it stop. I know I'm out of control. I keep on filling it up to overflow.
Such a great song, you guys.
Looking up, the sky is falling. I can hear the future calling. Trying to shake it
Listen to
as
this.
it
The snare drum hit is soaked in reverb. Like when that snare drum hits, then the sound of it just goes all over the place. It's very, very cool. And again, creating like the energy and vibe of the song.
I can hear the future calling. Trying to shake it as it opens up to pull me in.
I love his voice too.
To oblivion.
Going down, going down, going down, going down.
It's all the same to me.
Going down, going down. Turning from a white sky to a black hole. Turning from the sunlight to a shadow.
That's a really cool chord progression. So you could go like, usually you'd go like this. The one minor chord 1 to the flat 7, and then you go to the 4 back to the 1. But they go like this: 1 to flat 7 to the sharp 1, like flat 2 or whatever. Listen to that. That is so rich and just it's so evocative. I just want to vibe on that. Woo! God, I love that. Totally unexpected. favorite moments is the. Whew, I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna steal that for one of my songs.
To a shadow. I know I can't make it stop. I know I'm out of control. I keep on feeling it all. To overflow.
Badass. That guitar part.
To overflow.
Simple. I think the guitar parts, to me, there's a simplicity there that really lends itself to the song again. Like his tone, the sounds, the parts, the way he's playing them. Again, it's masterful arranging. So funky. Her voice sounds like a guitar there. Listen to that. Masterful. Masterful stuff there, you guys. So there we go. Okay, so Howie just told me in the ear, this is where the album turns over. Okay. So let's check out now. Let's go from Overflow to Two-Faced. And I've heard this song, Two-Faced, before. Howie, did I react to the music video or the music video? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go to Two-Faced now, and yeah, let's check this out. Loving this album, you guys. I'm imagining you guys are too. Synthesizers. Listen to that guitar part. Woo! Woo! I remember this one. So killer. Listen to how the guitars are spread out way left and right. You know, we do that a lot where we'll take an electric guitar part or an acoustic guitar part and do two of them and pan one hard left and hard right. It really gives the song like it's enveloped in the guitars. So cool.
Was hanging by a thread, trying to say I'm not, but
no
I'm
bass.
in it over my head.
They do that a lot.
I figured out where it led.
Really cool arrangement choice.
You put me over the edge. Truth's not
Bass comes
rigid.
back.
Rules aren't fair. The dark's too vivid.
I love this bass player.
I start to give in, but I can't bear to
You know, and
put
you
it
hear the
all
guitar and the bass are doubling each other.
behind. I run into it blind like
Two-faced, caught in the middle.
Yes, I remember this song.
Counting to zero. Counting to zero. You should have recognized it's too late for choosing sides. Two-faced, caught in the middle. Caught in the middle.
Again, hooks galore. Hooks galore. That's the name of this album. Hooks galore.
last time you told me it wasn't true.
Kick drum.
Every finger with
Listen to that
things
kick drum is just like punching you in the freaking gut, the kick drum.
Last time you told me it wasn't true, and pointing every finger with things that you didn't do. So that's why I
love it.
kept missing the clues and never realized that the one that did it was you. Your truth's not rigid, your rules aren't fair. The dark's too vivid, the light's not there. I start to give in, but I can't bear to put it all behind. I run into it blind.
Again, like we're talking about this, like they do that a lot. The half-step thing. We were talking about before the ominous tritone, but this is also the half-step thing. Again, another ominous move.
The dark's too vivid, the light's not there. I start
Tension.
to give in, but I can't bear to put it all behind. I run into it blind like
Caught in the middle. Caught in the middle. Too late.
Break it down. Dynamics.
I can't hear myself think.
Uh-huh.
I can't hear myself think.
Uh-uh.
Stop yelling at me!
So good.
I can't hear myself think.
Guitar. Ominous. Everything's about the song.
Caught in the middle. Caught in the middle. Too late. Counting to zero. Counting to zero. You should have recognized it's too late for choosing sides.
Great. What a song.
Caught in the middle. Caught in the middle. Caught in the middle. Caught in the middle.
Yeah. So when they like repeat stuff, sometimes they'll go twice as long on a chorus. And that's again like an arrangement choice to just do something different, to drive something home, to create more intensity right there. It's just a slamming track. Love the way this album sounds. You know, and listening to like these songs over, you know, like throughout the whole album, my ears aren't tired. It's not too bright. It's not too bassy. It's very well balanced, which is great. I mean, you can't say that about every album. There's not a lot of albums you can listen to all the way through and your ears aren't like dying, you know?
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. We're on the same page right now.
Yeah, you know, and yeah, I love the little behind the scenes snippets that they've got in there. They want to just bring you in to the studio and let us know how much fun they had making this record. Killer. Love that track. And I reacted to the music video too, so you can check that out. I'm not going to say too much about that. Let's go on to number 9. It's called Stained. Stained. Synthesizers, guitars, ghosty vocal, a lot of reverb. Hear how the vocals there are really acting like synthesizers, like instruments, like a pad or like a line or whatever, not like a vocal. Very colorful.
Yeah. Hand on my mouth, I shouldn't have said it. Gave you one chance, already regret it. Trying so hard to be sympathetic.
Oh yeah.
But I know where it's gonna go if I let it. And I'll let it.
This album, I mean, is all about relationships. And it's like, you know, there's been so many millions of songs written about relationships, but we don't get sick of it. It's like there's always a different take, a different dynamic, different side of it, a different response to something. Relationships are really the most important things in life, and this whole entire album is about relationships.
Trying so hard to be sympathetic. But I know where it's gonna go if I let it. And I'll let it, knowing you're hiding when no one else sees. Close lips, smile, cause there's blood in
those
your
drums.
teeth. What you forget, you were gonna repeat. You don't get to make amends like your hand's still clean.
Because you're still.
Okay, before we go on to that, the drums are filtered and very industrial sounding here. Their mixing choices are so cool. Again, I would totally watch a documentary on how it was recorded, another one on how it was mixed. I want to know all the inner workings of this stuff because I'm a producer. And it's just a masterfully done album in every way. The songwriting, the arrangement, the vocals, the parts, and the way it's recorded and mixed is really an incredible sonic statement on their part.
Knowing you're hiding when no one else sees. Closed lips smile cause there's blood in your teeth. What you forget, you were gonna repeat. You don't get to make amends like your hand's still clean.
Because you're stained. You try to hide the mark, but it won't fade. You lie
Again,
like
I'm gonna bring this back. A gorgeous melody. Like a violin, boom, boom, or a flute, like it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful, no matter how industrial the track is, how hard they're hitting, they have gorgeous melodies. So it's such a part of their sound, their songwriting ability.
It's still clean.
Because you're stained. You try to hide the mark, but it won't fade. You lie like I was nothing. Pretend you're spotless, but I don't wash away. And now you're stained.
Oh. Is that what it is?
But I don't wash away, and now you're stained. And now you're stained.
Sweat in your hands while the time starts ticking. Tripping on words, alibi starts slipping.
Love that.
Wanna wake from the
She's got one guy, him in the middle, and two of her on the sides. Brilliant.
words, alibi starts slipping. Wanna wake from the nightmare you've been living. But we both know forgotten doesn't mean forgiven. Forgiven, knowing you're hiding when no one else sees. Closed lips smile cause there's blood in your teeth. What you forget, you were gonna repeat. You don't get to make amends like your head's still clean.
There's also you'll listen to a record and you'll find sometimes there's annoying aspects. There's been nothing that's annoying to me sonically so far on any of these songs. That says a lot.
Hiding when no one else sees. Closed lips smile cause there's blood in your teeth. What you forget, you were gonna repeat. You don't get to make amends like your head's still clean.
Because you're stained. You try to hide the mark, but it won't fade. You lie like I was nothing. Pretend you're spotless, but I don't wash away. Now you're stained. And someday,
Knowing you're hiding when no
Bridge.
one else sees.
and
So
someday,
they're bringing some of the chorus into the bridge. That's cool.
Knowing you're hiding when no one else sees.
and someday,
Closed lips smile over blood in your teeth.
and someday.
What you forget, you were gonna repeat. Trying to make amends like your hand's still clean. But we both know that your hand's not clean.
Someday, your hands will be too red
Break
to
down.
hide the blame. You realize you had it coming.
She can dial in. She's got such incredible control over, from a technical standpoint, over her voice. She can dial in as much or as little grit as she wants to at any moment. I don't know. I mean, if you guys understand what a high level that is for a vocalist, to be able to get this many sounds out of her voice at will. The technique, mastering the technique of that is so important. You want to be able to get out into the world anything you imagine. That's why we study technique and we practice scales and breathing and arpeggios. And I mean, I'm talking about from a piano, from my perspective, because I never studied voice like this. But Emily, as opposed to a lot of other vocalists, has got an incredible technical mastery of her voice. It's really, it's quite astounding.
Your hands will be too red to hide the blame. You realize you had it coming. Pretend you're spotless, but I don't wash away. And now you're
And the other thing is too, when you talk about, when you listen to an album or you listen to a song, I always think, would this song stand alone with a guitar and a vocalist, or a piano and a vocalist, without all of the fancy production that's going on? And I say yes to all of these songs, because the lyrics and the melody and the color, the chord colors underneath, that's the song. And they would be, if this album was just an acoustic album with just those very little instrumentation and very little production, it would also be as moving. And I think that to me that's the test right there. All right, next song. I Give You Everything I Have. I think that's what that stands for. I Give You Everything I Have. IGYEIH. Yes. And yeah, track number 10 on the record. Roll it, Howie. I'm gonna sit back for this one.
So the question.
Oh! I couldn't sit back for long. Guitar. Listen to that guitar. How long did this album take to record? It's thick. It's rich. Bass player. Listen to the drums and bass and guitars, man. Snare drum. Woo!
I'm cracking it open wide, dying for one drop. Your remedy's hypnotized. I never say stop.
And the clock keeps ticking.
That's cool. You got a mic here and a mic here on each side, like the double there. Again, they didn't have to do that. They're really pulling out all of the production stops on this record. All of, like, they must have tried, like, experimented so much. I'm imagining this album took a very, very long time to make.
Your remedy's hypnotized.
Middle.
I never say stop.
And
You got Mike.
keeps ticking. Rules are written.
Trying to remember how to make up my mind.
Clock keeps ticking. Rules are written.
Forgotten doesn't mean that it's forgiven this time. I give you everything I have. All you give me is your own cleanness.
Love the drum part, too.
Just a devil with a dark
Clap back.
I'm
Back.
the enemy. You make me
Fits so perfectly.
to be. And I'm so
Everything just fits together so well.
tired of this wishful thinking, drowning, sinking, left with nothing left. I give you everything I have.
Woo! That guitar part is so badass.
I write all the memories down.
Now listen to her voice out. It's very filtered. They took some of the frequencies away. It sounds more like AM radio. Like it shrinks down right here. Right here. Good. Good.
I write all the memories
AM radio.
down, all over my skin. Hoping it'll snap me out.
The big fat snare drum bass.
And the clock keeps ticking. Rules are written.
Trying to remember how to make up my mind.
Clock keeps ticking. Rules are written.
Forgotten doesn't mean that it's forgiven this time. I give you everything I have. All you give me is your own cleanness. You're not as honest as you act. Just a devil with a dark complex. I'm not the enemy. You make me out to be. And I'm so tired of this wishful thinking, drowned and sinking, left with I give you everything I have. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't ever underestimate yeah. She loves you, yeah. That yeah thing is huge.
Tired of this wishful thinking, drowned and sinking, left with nothing left. I give you everything I have. Yeah.
This is like this album is like a 10 out of 10, you guys.
I'll give you everything I have.
Dude. layers of sound here.
From now on, I don't need you. 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 From now on,
Yeah, it's like classic Linkin Park breakdown build up there.
from now on, I don't need you. 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 I don't need you. From now on, I don't need you. From now on, I don't
You know,
need you.
yeah.
From now on, I don't need you.
Like Rage Against the Machine, Howie just said. Yeah, totally. Oh, it's so fucking great. You could like it sound Nirvana, Rage Against the Machine, and you like when she's singing at the end there, you see I picture like tears and just snot pouring out of her nose like that, like you're so upset and so emotional that you just got snot and you're swollen and you got tears and snot and saliva and all that stuff. All that beautiful stuff. This album's like, I think the only thing I've missed so far on it is like just a ballad. You know what I mean? I think that's the only reason I wouldn't give it like a 10. But all of these tracks are just so beautifully done. Really, it's masterful. I don't know what this last track is going to be. Maybe this is our ballad. We'll see. Maybe not. I don't know. But I have really thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm going to listen to this one in my car too, because my car's got a smoking stereo, and see how it hits me in there. But I love this album sonically. The songs have been... I love the melodies, the production, the arrangements, the vocals, the effects, the synths, the guitars, like everything is so rich. All right, let's check out the last song. We got Good Things Go is the name of the song. Good Things Go. And looking forward to checking out this last track. I hope you guys have enjoyed my reaction so far. It's been fun to do. Really enjoyed it. All right, roll it, Howie. Very different guitar sound than before.
Feels like it's rained in my head for 100 days. Stare in the mirror and I
Love
look
this.
for another face.
Howie's asking a question. What's that, Howie? Howie's asking if this is called a round. Is it? I kind of forget what a row your boat, row. Yeah. So it's called a round. Yeah, or call and response kind of thing.
And I get so tired of putting out fires and making up lies, checking my eyes for some kind of lie, but nothing's inside, and it feels like it's rained in my head for 100 days.
Their voices sound so good together.
And I say I hate you when I don't push you when you get too close. It's hard to laugh when I'm the joke.
These lyrics are so brilliant. It's hard to laugh when I'm the joke. I love these lyrics.
Get too close. It's hard to laugh when I'm the joke, but I can't do this on my own. You could save me from my lack of self-control. Sometimes.
Her range, that's another element of how gifted she is and how skilled she is is she has not gone up this high, and she didn't try to flex that on every track too. This is the first time I'm hearing her go up that high in this whole album. It's just like when an artist has the kind of, you don't have to give it all on every track. You save your technical abilities for the moment of the songs where they really bring out the song. And that, to me, is the brilliant. That's one of the most brilliant things about this record and about this band, is they save all this stuff for the right moment. Take that to the bank.
But I can't do this on my own. You could save me from my lack of self-control.
I mean, come on.
Sometimes bad
Unreal.
things take the place where good things go.
Did you hear the mix there? It was all reverby and delay, and then that got brought down and shrunk into like right in your face, very dry. So many elements, sonic elements of this record to deconstruct.
Sometimes
Reverb.
bad things take the place where good things go.
Oh,
Asked for forgiveness.
love that. Love this, you guys. This is my ballad.
Believed in myself when I halfway apologized. It's not unfair, I'm asking for prayers, but nobody cares, going nowhere, like falling downstairs while everyone stares, no one's there.
Yeah, I like that. Woo. D minor, B flat major, F major, G minor. Another kind of like another ending of a chord progression sequence that's a little unusual is this. Predictable. Now you want them to go there, which is totally predictable, but they go to the G minor, which is unusual. I like that color.
And I halfway apologized. It's not unfair, I'm asking for prayers, but nobody cares, going nowhere,
Now
like
the
falling
drums are going.
downstairs while everyone stares, no
Drums are with the vocal there, the kick drum. Love that. A lot of distortion on the vocals.
Say I hate you when I do. Push you when you get too close. It's hard to laugh when I'm the joke, but I can't do this on my own. You could save me from my lack of self-control. Sometimes
So good.
bad things take the place where good things go.
No, I'm just taking a shot. Maybe I'm just too eager. Maybe I lost the plot.
You know, and Mike just sounds, I gotta say this too, he sounds like a friend. Mike sounds like a friend would sound talking to you. There's something that's so comforting about his sonic presence as a vocalist. You know, he sounds like you're just talking to a good friend. I don't know if anyone's ever said that before, but that's the way it hits me, and I like it. You feel like you know this guy. You just talk to him on the phone, or he's talking to you directly.
Sometimes bad things take the place where good things go.
No, I'm just taking a shot. Maybe I'm just too eager.
Build up.
Maybe I lost the plot. I used to pity some people. I said they were missing a spine. Yeah, maybe the problem is ego. Maybe the problem is mine. Really, I'm fine. Don't get too intimate. Don't get too curious. This is just feeling like it's not that serious. Stare at the ceiling, feeling delirious. Fuck all your empathy. I want your fury, cause I would just tell you.
Howie just said triplets. So that, you got triplets. Good move, Howie.
Better than, hey, spit out my medicine, hey, drunk on adrenaline.
Bass line,
I don't know
tension.
why
Say
Breakdown,
I
another
hate
breakdown.
you when I don't. Push you when you get too close.
It's a ballad, but it's a rockin' ballad.
When I'm the joke, but I can't do this on my own. You could save me from my lack of
Unbelievable performances on this record, you guys. underneath that really high vocal is, I think it's Mike down there singing the, down an octave, which makes it thicker, a thicker vocal sound there. It's mixed so well. Who mixed this record? And she went for that extra high note there. Oh man, that was so great. Whoa. Does she do that live?
Things take the place where good things go.
And they end on a major chord. I mean, like they were on a minor, and they end on a major. It makes me like cry. That's the end of the record. That really moved me. Going to the major there. There's hope. That's what it says to me. Bravo. Bravo, Linkin Park. To come back like this from all that you've been through, personally and as a band, in the many, many years you've been doing this, to come back with a statement and a record that's so strong on every level, performances, melodies, parts, sonically, it's a gourmet meal that they served for us. And I hope you Linkin fan parks really, really appreciate how brilliant Linkin Park fans. Did I say Linkin fan parks? I did. The Linkin Park fans really appreciate this gourmet meal that they just served up for us. I love that record. Really. I mean, the only thing I would say that I wish was there for like the whole record is just like a ballad of like a guitar and a vocal or something, like a real ballad. That's the only thing that would be missing for me. But what they gave us is just it's like perfection, really. There's a theme. There are themes here about relationships we can all relate to. It's a very relatable record, and it's just I love it. I really love it. I mean, I would say, giving. I don't like the whole rating stuff, like 5 stars or whatever. But I would rate it very high. I really would. 4.5, maybe 5. I might even give this thing 5 stars if I was to like write a review on it and have to do that, which I don't like. But no, I mean 5 out of 5. No, not 5 out of 10. 5 out of 5. And when you look at like Rolling Stone, like when they give their stars or whatever, it's always out of 5. So I'd probably give it a 5. 5 out of 5, really. 10 out of 10, whatever the fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna stop here. I said a lot. I listened to a lot. I need to eat lunch. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was just so heartwarming and really educational and really moving for me. So I hope you guys are just appreciating them and loving them and showing them your support. I am going to listen to that interview with Mike and Emily. I'm very interested in that. I was supposed to do that yesterday and I got busy. But please like and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the bell notification thingy to get notified when new stuff comes up, because you'll know. And leave a buck or two in the tip jar, because we really, really appreciate and need your support. And Linkin Park version 2. Love it. I really, really love it. Really happy we did that today. Thank you, Howie, for serving that up for me. And I hope you guys have a very musical day and be well and peace.